1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Friha Hassan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister reiterates commitment to develop western route of China-Pakistan economic corridor to connect the areas neglected in the past. In a telephonic interaction with Bill Gates, Imran Khan called for equitable, timely and scaled delivery of COVID-19 vaccines to low-income countries. China and 5 South Asian countries, including Pakistan, have called for a joint strategy to cope with the challenge of COVID-19 pandemic. Security Council to act boldly in protecting civilians and critical infrastructure in conflict zones. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders have called upon India to postpone the Amarnath Yatra in view of the impending catastrophe caused by the pandemic. Saudi Arabia has expressed willingness to restore bilateral relations with Iran to resolve all outstanding issues, including Iran's nuclear program. First test of 2-match series between Pakistan and Zimbabwe will be played in Harare tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has reiterated determination of his government to develop western route of China-Pakistan economic corridor to connect areas which were neglected in the past. Addressing the groundbreaking ceremony of various projects in Quetta today, the Prime Minister said the government has concentrated efforts to bring a revolution of prosperity in Balochistan through projects of infrastructure and human development. Imran Khan said Balochistan has long been neglected and the government will take every step to minimize the sufferings of people. Imran Khan said despite financial constraints, his government is committed to divert funds towards the development of Balochistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said the coastal areas of Balochistan offer immense potential in fisheries and the local youth should learn techniques to fully tap the opportunities. He was speaking at the ceremony of soft loan distribution among youth of Balochistan under Kamyab Jawan program in Quetta today. The Prime Minister said the government will support the youth through proper training in fisheries and help them run their own businesses. Prime Minister Imran Khan has underscored the importance of equitable, timely and scaled delivery of COVID-19 vaccines to low-income countries. In a telephonic conversation with co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, he commended the Gates Foundation's strong advocacy to promote equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines. The Prime Minister and Bill Gates exchanged views on the latest status of COVID-19 pandemic, polio eradication campaign, health and development issues, and climate change. They agreed on the importance of urgently stopping the spread of COVID-19, polio, and other vaccine-preventable diseases in Pakistan. The Prime Minister affirmed his commitment to strengthen efforts nationwide to achieve a polio-free Pakistan. Bill Gates acknowledged Pakistan's commitment to address climate change and agreed that the world must come together to face this global challenge. President Dr. Arif Alvi has called for adopting modern beekeeping techniques and advanced skills to enhance the yield and quality of organic honey produced in Pakistan. Chairing a meeting on beekeeping and honey production in Islamabad today, he emphasized on providing loans to beekeepers under Prime Minister's Kamyab Jawan program, in addition to imparting advanced training through NAVTEC and TAVTA. The President said Pakistan has enormous potential to be one of the largest producers of honey as its climate and vegetation are suitable for the production of premium quality honey. Special Assistant to Prime Minister on National Health Services Dr. Faisal Sultan says the government is committed to expand Sehat Sahulat program across the country in phases. Talking to media persons in Islamabad today, he said 16 million families in 96 districts of the country are benefiting from this facility. China and 5 South Asian countries, including Pakistan, have called for a joint strategy to cope with the challenge of COVID-19 pandemic. This was expressed as a common response in a joint statement of 6-country virtual conference of foreign ministers on COVID-19 today. The participating countries, including China, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. The forum agreed that vaccines should be distributed on the basis of equity and justice to defeat this contagion. The foreign ministers reiterated their firm support to WHO's due role in the global cooperation against COVID-19. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has called on the UN Security Council to act boldly in protecting civilians and critical infrastructure during conflict. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, in a statement submitted to a meeting of the Council, said empirical evidence shows that attacks on cultural and religious sites have often been used to advance military or political objectives and to suppress the demand of people exercising their right to self-determination. He said quite often such occupied territories are subjected to round-the-clock curfews, communication blackouts, illegal and arbitrary detentions, forced disappearances, and extrajudicial killings of youth. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders have called upon India to postpone the Amarnath Yatra in view of the impending catastrophe resulting from the deadly pandemic. In their separate statements issued in Srinagar today, Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt, Agha Sayyid Hassan al-Musawi al-Safawi, and Abdul Ahad said that presence of over 600,000 yatris in the Kashmir Valley would be devastating for the local population. They warned that Amarnath Yatra would prove a fatal super spreader event in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Meanwhile, a report released by Kashmir Media Service today deplored that regardless of the growing global criticism, the BJP regime led by Narendra Modi insists that the Hindu annual Amarnath Yatra would take place as per schedule. APSC political advisor Ghulam Muhammad Khan Sopuri, in a statement issued in Srinagar, said Muslim officers are being replaced with hardcore Hindu bureaucrats in territory and a special task force has been set up to weed out all intelligent Muslim officers. Saudi Arabia has shown willingness to restore bilateral relations with Iran to resolve all outstanding issues, including Iran's nuclear program. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman told Al Arabiya TV that the kingdom wants good relations with Iran to help push the Middle East towards prosperity. He further said that Saudi Arabia is working with its regional and global partners to find solutions to regional problems. China has welcomed the United States' step to ease COVID-19 restrictions on its students. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Yao Lijian told a news briefing in Beijing that ease in restrictions on Chinese and other international students into the United States is a best step. In Latvia, 8 people were killed and several others seriously injured due to fire in a hostel in capital Riga today. And now, cricket. The first cricket test of 2-match series between Pakistan and Zimbabwe will begin at Harare tomorrow. The match will start at 12:30 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, partly cloudy weather with light rain thunderstorm is expected in Balochistan, Upper Sindh, and eastern parts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during afternoon. To end the news, here once again are few of the headlines. Prime Minister reiterates commitment to develop western route of China-Pakistan economic corridor to connect the areas neglected in the past. In a telephonic interaction with Bill Gates, Imran Khan called for equitable, timely and scaled delivery of COVID-19 vaccines to low-income countries. Pakistan has called on the UN Security Council to act boldly in protecting civilians and critical infrastructure in conflict zones. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders have called upon India to postpone the Amarnath Yatra in view of the impending catastrophe caused by the pandemic. Saudi Arabia has expressed willingness to restore bilateral relations with Iran to resolve all outstanding issues, including Iran's nuclear program. And first test of two-match series between Pakistan and Zimbabwe will be played in Harare tomorrow. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.